Hey, everybody. I'm Jason Bell, executive coach. Uh, I'd like to talk to you a little bit about what is an executive coach. But first, let's talk about what an executive coach is not. Today, we're going to talk about what is a therapist and what is a psychiatrist. So, once we're talking about that, let's start with therapy. When we turn to Oxford, Oxford says a therapist is a person particularly skilled at delivering a type of therapy. Thanks, Oxford. That's not very helpful for today. So, since words have meaning, let's add a few more qualifiers to what we're talking about. Today, we're talking about mental health therapists. So, when talking about a mental health therapist, we're talking about a person who has received a lot of education, usually a master's or a PhD in mental health, to help cognitive and behavioral actions in a person. This person has then undergone many hours of supervision in providing services, and only then takes a certain number of exams and applies to the state for licensure in mental health techniques. Once this is done, this person works with you to find a better tomorrow in issues that you may have in your life. And now that we have that definition out of the way, let's talk about an example. And this is not very specific, very generic, but still a good example. You're at work and you have particularly strong feelings about a coworker, and you're not exactly sure why. So someone recommends seeing a therapist, and you do, and you start to see this therapist, and then you realize that after working with this therapist, that those strong feelings against a colleague stem from an issue that you have with your parents or a different family member. And then you and the therapist work on um, techniques that you can use to help you feel more calm and realize that it's not the coworker's fault, but a trauma that you suffered in the past, and that you and the therapist work toward so that there's no more ill will in the workplace and the job and the team function better in the long run. That's an example of seeing a mental health therapist. So now let's shift gears slightly to talk about a psychiatrist. So when talking about a psychiatrist, even though they have the same goal as a mental health therapist, a psychiatrist is normally a doctor, MD, medical doctor, or a doctor of osteopathic medicine, a DO, who has gone through medical schools, passed their boards, but then chose to study mental health. This person has the same goals as the mental health therapist, but this person can prescribe medications to aid in your journey to a better mental health state. So let's talk about an example. And we'll borrow from the example a little bit earlier with a couple of tweaks. So you are addicted to a substance and come to work and have harsh feelings toward a particular coworker. So people at work say, maybe you should see someone. You go and seek attention, and this person is a psychiatrist. They go into where did you start abusing substances? Why do you feel this way about your particular coworker? And then you and them work together to find that there are issues from your past. You uncover them, and then this psychiatrist then prescribes you something to help you wean off of the other substance that is troubling you. So now you get to a better state. But with this psychiatrist, this medication helped you get to the place that you wanted to be. So we talked about mental health therapists and we talked about psychiatrists and gave examples of each. So, what is an executive coach? Well, executive coach is not a mental health therapist, nor are they psychiatrists. So, what they are is something that I will cover here shortly. But for now, have a great day. And I'm Jason Bell, executive coach. Talk to you later.